We're laughing right now because we're starting with the TNA Lockdown predictions, and we just double-checked. Joseph Park is fighting Joey Ryan? What the
To
fuck is
me,
going on?
before I refreshed it, because you guys said Joey Ryan, it did say Matt Morgan, and I was like, okay. So Joseph Park's taking on Matt Morgan. Now it's Joey Ryan all of a sudden.
So maybe it's a Wikipedia thing going
So
on.
the lawyer's taking on the porn star, I guess. Okay.
I don't know what the hell. Preface this the way that I always do. I don't watch Impact, and for everybody who's like,
Everybody who's of sound mind shouldn't.
right, anybody who comes under this and they expect us to really know exactly what we're talking about, like we do with the WWE,
I do. I know what I'm talking about.
you're a glutton for punishment. You sit there and watch Impact.
I do. I literally have to have like my eyelids like pulled back while I'm watching it, and
Yeah, like a Clockwork Orange.
Yeah, I was about to say like whole Clockwork of Orange Alex style. That's how you
yeah,
get
and I
it.
get whipped in the back as well. So
Okay.
I like
Yeah,
the pain.
it's torturous but fun for you to watch Impact.
Yeah,
Yes.
let me watch more TNA. I need to watch more TNA. I need more Gareth Bischoff. Damn it!
See, it
No, everybody needs more Hogan. That's what we really need.
kind of like the thing in A Clockwork Orange where he after the torture he listens to Beethoven and gets sick. I already get sick at TNA, so I don't need to watch anymore.
And that's our analysis of Joey Ryan versus Joseph Park.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that kind of sums everything up with that match.
And moving on, we got Kenny King defending the X Division title against Christian York and Zema Ion in a triple threat match. What do you guys think about this match? I'm sure it'll be great. Oh, yes.
Actually, I think that
Who?
that might be the best.
It probably will be like the best match of the night or one of.
Wait, are we officially moving on now, or?
Yeah, pretty much.
We'll talk a tiny bit about it. I'm glad that Kenny King is the champion. I'm glad that RVD is not in this.
Oh,
I'm glad he finally lost the title.
Rob Van Dam!
This song it sucks.
I smoke some word!
Ugh, I fucking hate that song as much as I hate Rob Van Dam's matches for the most part.
Van Daminator.
Wait,
too formulaic for you.
We never said who we think's gonna win between Joey Ryan and Joseph Park.
Joseph Park's most certainly winning. I mean,
he's gonna get a mustache ride from Joey Ryan.
I'll tell you one person who's not gonna win. Me for watching this. I'm gonna be sitting there pulling my hair out. I already have enough gray hair as it is. TNA doesn't need to give me any more.
TNA World Champion Joseph Park.
Fuck it. What the hell? Joey Ryan wins. And I expect Kenny King to retain the championship for the X Division title.
As do I.
Ditto.
Okay, so now we got Rob Terry versus Robbie E. The two Robs going at it. Oh, I'm sure this will be an instant classic that everyone will remember from this pay-per-view.
Yo, man, bro. I got my tight sweater ready. I'm ready to fist pump for this match, bro.
Oh, yes.
So what is the storyline for this?
Basically, Robbie E and Robbie T used to be bros, but then they had a bro off and things they had to bro down. Yeah, they had to bro down, and now they're broing down at Lockdown.
Yeah, as what Payton stated there, they basically used to be bros before hoes, then it became hoes before bros, and that was it.
Yeah, maybe.
And then Robbie T was like, "What the fuck, bro?" And then Robbie E was like, "Yo, bro, you got a problem, bro?" And then yeah.
And
Robbie E was like
special enforcer. The special enforcer for this match is none other than Zack Ryder, and they're all just gonna go bro for the next 20 minutes.
Be more entertaining than if they're
come at me, bro. What you talking about, bro?
What makes you the bro authority?
Yeah.
I actually like Robbie E though. That's the thing. I think he's actually got some talent. Rob Terry, different story.
Terry's the more talented person, actually.
Are you fucking kidding me? The guy couldn't even get. The guy had the look that the WWE wanted, but they couldn't train him. That's how he got released from his developmental contract because they couldn't train the guy. He was that shit. He wasn't picking anything up. They gave him like a million
he was
chances.
Worse than Mason Ryan is what you're saying.
Yes.
That's pretty bad. Yeah, who?
Yeah, he just couldn't be trained under the WWE system, and that's another discussion for another day.
Well, under the TNA system, he's still untrained. Have you ever seen him wrestle a match in TNA? It's terrible.
It's right. I would rather. Okay.
It's better than
watch a Divas match.
It's better than drunk and high Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
Who's going to be the king bro of this match?
Rob Terry.
It probably will be.
I'm
They're
hoping
probably
Robbie E
going-
wins.
They're probably going
We're going
for a military
realistically
push.
here.
Do you think they're gonna get back together after this match is done?
Maybe
Yeah,
they'll
I
have a
think-
bro hug at the end.
Bros? Yeah, can bros make up and be bros again?
Yeah, just a bro
I
hug
think
at the
they
end of the
will be.
match.
Yeah.
Just hug it out. Yeah.
The non-passing of the torch.
Let's move on. Another three-way match, championship, the World Tag Team Championship. We have Austin Aries and Bobby Roode. Still don't know why they're tag team, let alone tag team champions. Against Bad Influence, Christopher Daniels and Kazarian, and Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez, which
I
means
do-
that the
I do
spirit
think-
of Eddie
yes.
Guerrero is going to win the match.
I was gonna say, I think you do mean the spirit of Eddie Guerrero and his tag team partner Hernandez.
Right,
So
exactly.
the spirit of Los Guerreros as a tag team. This just
That's
proves
not
why
fair.
Daniels and Cash should have never lost the titles to begin with. Why are Aries and Roode champions? I hope
No, but
Bad
it's
Influence
Chavo.
wins.
It's Chavo Guerrero. That's why Chavo Guerrero had to be a tag team champion TNA, because apparently he has the same last name as Eddie Guerrero. He can speak Spanish,
He's
so
the spirit.
obviously,
He's the spirit.
he's like as talented as Eddie is. Not.
And,
Oh,
and more
yes.
importantly, he has the same last name as Vicky Guerrero.
Yeah.
There you go.
So might as well make him LAX. I'm assuming Aries and Roode retain the title here.
Yes,
This
unfortunately. I'd hope Bad Influence wins, but yeah.
In my opinion, this is going to be the match of the night. In my
Really?
opinion, yeah.
You don't think it's
got,
going to be Velvet Sky and Gail Kim?
No. You got
Oh,
some
come
grade A talent
gonna
in
be a
there
classic.
with Aries and Roode and Bad Influence
And the spirit of Eddie Guerrero.
and the Spirit of Eddie Guerrero.
It's going to be an angelic match.
Oh yes.
Let's move on to the Knockouts Championship. Velvet Sky, who is champion now. Oh.
Let's move on from that to Kurt Angle.
Exactly. Normally
Velvet retains.
the Knockouts are really good, but
They've gone downhill.
Velvet Sky has
Seriously.
never been their real great performer. And I mean, maybe Gail Kim can get a decent match out of her. It's not without the realm of possibility.
Do you know
But-
what she calls her fans? Do you want to know what she calls her fans?
Who?
Velvet Sky.
But
The pigeons.
they're really milking that, aren't they?
Yeah, she calls all the little kids, she calls pigeons. Because she likes to let them pigeons loose.
That's like a WWE thing.
Vince
Yeah,
would
I'm
find that funny.
assuming that Velvet Sky retains here and drops to Madison Rayne eventually. Why isn't she on the goddamn card?
She's sitting at home at the moment and go to bodybuilding tournaments.
Yeah, I assume
and
Velvet retains here.
Paint herself like that rust color.
Yeah.
I never understood that.
I think this might be a perfect stage for the return of Awesome Kong.
That'd be awesome.
I'm just going to take a far, far out of left field prediction there and sort of pick up where Awesome Kong and Gail Kim left off, perhaps.
And here we have a great heated feud, one that will go down in the best of 2013 as Kurt Angle takes on Wes Brisco in a steel cage. I'm sure, this feud's going to get way better, right?
That brings up one thing, though. Lockdown used to be all cage matches, and now it's only going to be 3.
Yeah, Lethal
Well,
Lockdown and 2 separate cage matches.
That's Eric Bischoff for you there. He apparently doesn't want the gimmick to be oversold.
I thought that it
But
was
it's once a year.
Kind of smart. Well, it got to the point where they were doing electrified steel cage matches. I think they had to cut back a bit.
Yeah, they did do that, didn't they?
should have had a barbed wire steel cage match.
No.
I still
Kurt
think
Angle
we should
wins.
have something on a pole.
Like
Kurt
that time
Angle-
they had a rat in a cage on a pole match?
Yeah.
In a mailbox on a pole match, I should
We
say.
should have Tony Mango on a pole match.
Nobody would go after it.
I'm pretty sure Wes Briscoe is going to win this, though, and it's not going to be by any fair means. It's not going to be a clean victory. Expect to see a lot of aces and eights involvement.
Right.
Wes Briscoe is probably going to find a way to win this.
He's
I
probably
agree.
working Kurt Angle because of them trying to put him over. And this isn't, as you said, it's not a pole match. It's not like whiskey on a pole where Kurt Angle will be like, I need to fucking get that. And then bash people on Twitter and then say he got hacked. Yeah, I'm expecting Wes Briscoe to win. I think, as I said before, I think this is to put him over, that they're going to work with Kurt Angle and all that. They might do a rematch.
Well, aces and eights, it's going to be a clean sweep. There is no way in hell that TNA are going to... Because this is going to be the pay-per-view where they're going to reveal, I believe, another member of Aces and Eights. So they're going to end up.
Eric Bischoff.
They're going to do a clean sweep. Total clean sweep.
Well, if they went with D'Lo Brown being one of the heads, they might as well do have Al Snow come out with Head, and Head is the actual head of the organization.
I think they should make Mike Payton the head of Aces and Eights. He has the beard for it.
It's as good a reveal as any. Jeez.
It's going to happen.
And now we transition over to the Lethal Lockdown matches. Team TNA of Sting, Magnus, Samoa Joe, James Storm, and Eric Young take on the greatest faction ever in Aces and Eights against Devon, Mr. Anderson, Mike Knox, Doc of the 7 Dwarves, and Garrett Bischoff.
Who the hell chose Team TNA? Could they have chosen a more mismatched group of guys?
Well, I guess makes me laugh, right?
I get
Eric
Sting,
Young
I get
is a comedy Joe hasn't been in the company for, God, he's like 6 to 7 months. The guy's been away.
Who's that?
He's back.
Eric Young. Magnus, he only turns up when he's either feuding with Samoa Joe for some reason. He turns up out of nowhere and is a face for some weird reason. James Storm, I get it. They haven't been using him to his potential. They never have. Samoa Joe, I get it because he got screwed over by Aces and Eights. And Sting, I get it because Doc and Sleepy and Happy attacked him and knocked him out and hit him with a hammer.
Here's my question. Why Eric Young instead of AJ Styles?
Eric Young got beaten up and destroyed by the Aces and Eights as well.
Yeah, but they didn't need to do that. Why not throw AJ Styles in there?
He's still the women's tag team champion, by the way.
There's a lot of TNA enthusiasts who actually are really behind Eric Young for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of years ago, I could see him having some potential. Not potential to be, a big star or anything like that, but just to kind of be like a fun fan favorite type of guy. But nah, not anymore.
I would say like a Zack Ryder of TNA, where like he should be in that mid card, like the mid card area at highest.
The Gilbert category.
Zack Ryder's upper mid card. There's no way you can compare Zack Ryder to Eric Young in terms of status. Eric Young, I would compare him to. More or less, I would compare
Eric
him to.
Young is in a high profile match on pay-per-view. Zack Ryder is
being squashed with tights that say "Push me."
Yeah. So.
Yeah, when's he gonna come out with a Job Squad shirt? Get it over with already.
Now, is the Lethal Lockdown? I don't remember for sure. Is that one pinfall ends it, or is that elimination? Does anybody know?
I think it's one fall to a finish.
I believe it is one fall to a finish.
I thought it was, but
I'm looking up here. Victory can be attained by pinfall or submission. Yeah, so it's one fall.
All right. So I could see somebody like Eric Young taking the pin.
Yeah. So everybody in unison that the Aces and Eights are going to win this match.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm going to go one better and say Garrett Bischoff is the guy who gets the pin.
Yeah, I could see that. Definitely not going to be Doc or Mike Knox. If it's going to be anybody, it's going to be one of the other three. And I would lean more towards Bischoff than anybody else.
And I'm gonna do another crazy prediction here that we may see a turn from Sting.
Huh.
I doubt it.
You can doubt all you want, but I'm gonna.
Yeah, they tried turning him before, and that didn't last too long.
Yeah, doesn't mean they won't do it again.
Yeah.
And it leads us into the main event, another steel cage match for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. Jeff Hardy against, God, I hope he wins, Bully Ray, but God, I hope they end this story.
He will win. He'll win, and he will be the guy with Aces and Eights. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to set him up like they did with Triple H with the McMahon Helmsley era. They're going to do the same thing with Bully Ray, where he's going to be with the Aces and Eights and say that he used Brooke and all that rubbish, and she's probably going to turn heel, end up with her boo at some point. And it's all going to start here at this pay-per-view where he takes the title off Jeff Hardy. Mark my words.
I hope that they do. I think that he hasn't been given his just due, because he really has been. He stepped up his game ridiculously. It's fucking crazy how much better he is
I'm
right
a pessimist. Jeff Hardy's going to retain.
You think they're just going to pull the same old nonsense?
Oh yeah.
See, I'm hesitant.
Hardy
if he's a babyface right now, I'm hesitant. I think that they could do a turn. I don't know.
I think they'll turn Bully rather than turn Jeff.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's
But
got
you
to
know
be
what?
something big that goes down at this, and I'll tell you why. Do you guys know where Lockdown is being held at?
Where?
Lockdown is being held from the Alamo Dome. And if you don't know what the Alamo Dome is, it's freaking enormous. That's where WrestleMania 17 was. No, that was the Astrodome. Pardon me. The Alamo Dome is where the Royal Rumble from 1997, 1997 was in.
Yeah,
If you go back
97.
and look at it was absurdly out of place, even for WWF at the time to be in a place that huge. And that's where TNA is holding a pay-per-view.
I hope for their sake it's not as bad as the '97 Royal Rumble was. That was a terrible Royal Rumble where they. All right, Mil Mascaras, go eliminate yourself. And
Yeah.
Yeah, why did he do that?
I don't.
Because he didn't want to have anybody eliminate him. He would rather look like a dunce than put somebody over.
He was like, "Oh my god, this match is terrible. I need to get out of here as soon as possible."
They started losing a shitload of luchadors at that time, weren't they? Because they were all over WWE TV.
Well, the funny thing is, they did the exact same thing with Macho Man Randy Savage a number of years before, but he got to stay in the match.
Yeah, they switch rules all the time. Finley came out, attacked somebody with a shillelagh, and it's like, oh, he's disqualified because he used a weapon.
So TNA.
Yeah, so all right, going around. Who thinks Billy Ray's going to win, and who thinks Jeff Hardy's going to win? Braden said Jeff Hardy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Peyton?
Oh, Jeff Hardy.
Burhan?
Bully Ray.
I'm
And
going
he'll be
Bully Ray.
revealed as the newest members of Aces and Eights.
I'm going Bully Ray too. Although I think that would be very interesting if they made Jeff Hardy the Aces and Eights, but I kind of hope that they don't. And I hope that Billy Ray wins the title because I like him better right now, at the very least. That should probably do us in for TNA Lockdown, and really for this episode. The only thing left are the plugs. So, you know how these plugs go. First up, Sign Me Up initiative. Bring a Smark Out moment sign to any kind of wrestling event and send me a picture or video of it, and I'll put you up on the website and up on the next episode of Smack Talk, whenever that would be. And I'll circle back around and talk about the rest of my stuff later on. So, Burhan, go ahead.
Okay, I got gameplay podcast. Unlike any other, we talk about games and loads of other shiz. This week we were talking about the releases of 2013 and also ragging down on Nintendo a little bit. It's a good show. Check it out and keep up to date with everything I got gameplay related. And also Sean Mitchell's new dildo range. Also nerdgenius.com and all my other little projects, which I'll basically list at another time. So yeah, next one.
Peyton?
So I come from the Keeping Kayfabe podcast, where wrestling is still real to us.
Damn it.
Our main gimmick is that we usually find a match from the past and go in depth on it, as well as touch on some current things and maybe something a little bit fun. But right now we have March Madness going on because it is the month of March. And what we do is we do a 64 slot elimination tournament to decide whatever the best of a given topic is. As I hinted in the show before, last year we did best WrestleMania match. This year we've already done best theme song, and we did wrestlers versus video games this week. Should have that episode up real soon, so check that out. keepingkayfabe.com, iTunes, Twitter, Facebook. We're on all that stuff. Just search for Keeping Kayfabe. And I'm not going to plug Newbie TV this week, so next person.
Braden, go ahead.
All right, just subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's www.youtube.com/spoonbeast. Of course, I am also a contributor to Tony's Fanboy Anonymous website. I'm going to actually be cross-promoting it with my newest video that'll come out probably this weekend. I'm going to post it not only to YouTube itself, but to his actual website. So my videos are going to be making my debut on the site. I'm excited for it. We'll see where it goes. And, of course, just continue watching these episodes of Smack Talk, because it's always fun to do.
And also, me and Braden are going to be reuniting for a new show coming soon, which will hopefully be posted once a month.
Cross promotion review of sorts.
Yes.
On whichever game or whatever we decide to review. So
details as soon as we figure out.
To be determined.
Yes.
TBD. Graham's plugs here. Get that before I go around and do the rest of mine. You can follow him on Twitter at SaveUsGSM. He is also a member of Bleacher Report, like I am, so you can check out what he writes there. He posts so much more than I do. So if you really are looking out for a post of one of ours, you're going to find him way more than I do. Maybe once a month, once every other month. He posts multiple times a week. His YouTube account, Ted DiBiase Priceless9, nextEraWrestling.weebly.com. His also his radio show Same with GSM is on pw247.net every week at 10 o'clock 9 Central Wednesdays. He also has the show Spoilers at 5:30 on blogtalkradio.com/pwp radio. And that'll bring us around back to me with I mentioned Bleacher Report, Superceptive Mind on comicbookmovie.com. You can check out whenever I post that. That's once every 3 months or so. So, you're not really going to find that much kind of stuff. And the rest of the stuff you can see on the outro. I mean, the outonlimbs.com, obviously smarkoutmovement.com, and Fanboys Anonymous. Check out all that kind of stuff. And we will see you next week. This has been another Smark Out Moment, and we are being counted out. Adios, everybody. 5, 4, go. Mind if I outro? Awful.